The 2026 NFL Draft has wrapped up, and now it's time for us to dissect how the Dallas Cowboys and the rest of the league have positioned themselves for the upcoming season. One name that dominated pre-draft conversations was Indiana Hoosiers quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza, who was a clear choice as the #1 overall pick for the Las Vegas Raiders. However, it's the Cowboys who may have pulled off the most impressive move of the entire draft by claiming safety Caleb Downs as their 11th overall selection. So, let's get into the details. According to a recent roundup of the 100 best picks, steals, and fits in the 2026 NFL Draft, ESPN's Matt Miller has identified Downs as the top steal, and honestly, it's hard to disagree. Miller praises the Cowboys for this choice, emphasizing that Downs will be an immediate impact player in the defensive scheme set forth by new coordinator Christian Parker. His accolades speak volumes: 3-time All-American and a national champion. But what stands out even more is his work ethic and ability to set the tone for the locker room culture. Miller succinctly captures the essence of Downs. He is football savvy and a great feel for the game, which gives him alignment versatility and will allow him a faster acclimation than most rookies. This is a critical insight for Cowboys fans who know that a strong defense is vital for any postseason aspirations. The expectation is clear. Downs has the potential to be a high-end starter, possibly even an all-pro during his rookie contract. The combination of need and value with this pick has elevated it to the top of the draft's hierarchy. It's refreshing to see the Cowboys get some much-deserved praise for a draft decision, especially given Jerry Jones' mixed track record in the past. This time, however, he has hit the nail on the head. The need for a safety was glaring heading into the draft, and the Cowboys opted out of making a costly trade or signing in free agency. Instead, they made a calculated decision to invest in a promising talent in Downs. Given Parker's coaching expertise, there's a good chance we're going to see Downs flourish in the Cowboys system. As fans, we need to look at this move through a lens of optimism. The Cowboys made a proactive choice that reflects a commitment to solidify their defense, which has been a critical area of focus in recent seasons. The combination of talent and need creates a tantalizing prospect for what Downs could become. With this selection, Dallas is not just thinking about the present, they're setting themselves up for sustained success in the future. So, where are you watching from, Cowboys Nation? Share your thoughts on this draft pick and what you expect from Caleb Downs in the comments. As we transition to the next piece of news, it's important to consider how this draft selection could influence the team's overall strategy moving forward. What other surprises might we see as the Cowboys gear up for the 2026-27 season? Stick around as we delve into more crucial updates.
The Dallas Cowboys are currently navigating a tense situation with star wide receiver George Pickens, who has officially signed his franchise tag tender. But let's not get too comfortable, Cowboys Nation. There's talk swirling that Pickens could threaten to sit out if he doesn't secure a new deal, and that's where things get complicated. The Cowboys have publicly ruled out any contract extension this season, leaving us to ponder the implications of this decision. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer, however, seems optimistic, claiming that Pickens' love for the game will shine through. I think because George would play this game for $1 as much as he loves football, Schottenheimer stated. It's a sentiment that resonates with many fans and indeed should be the driving force for all players. Yet, we need to acknowledge the reality of the situation. Love for the game doesn't always pay the bills. When pressed about the potential for further discussions regarding Pickens' contract status, Schottenheimer was dismissive, indicating that there are no plans to revisit the conversation. That's a clear signal from the Cowboys front office. They've made their decision regarding Pickens, and it seems they're sticking to it. Given the current financial landscape of the team and Pickens' history of on-field antics, one can understand the hesitance to extend a lucrative offer. However, let's not forget that Pickens has consistently shown unpredictable behavior both on and off the field. Just because he signed the tender doesn't necessarily mean he'll be present when off-season training activities roll around. He runs the risk of losing substantial money with every missed practice, but the tantalizing prospect of a larger payday, far exceeding the $27.3 million he'll earn under the franchise tag, could tempt him to leverage his situation. Fans might be torn. On one hand, there's the hope that Pickens shows up and contributes significantly to a team that's looking to compete. On the other hand, there's a nagging worry about the volatility he brings. It's a gamble, and while Schottenheimer's faith in Pickens' passion for football is commendable, it doesn't fully address the potential consequences of this standoff. As we look ahead, it's crucial to keep an eye on how this situation unfolds. The Cowboys have made their stance clear, but with the unpredictability that Pickens brings to the table, it leaves us all wondering, will he be a key player for Dallas or create more drama than necessary? Up next, we'll dive into another pressing topic that could shape the future of the Cowboys and their roster decisions. Stay tuned.
As we dive into the final segment of this analysis, the Dallas Cowboys have left us with much to discuss, especially as we look ahead to the 2026 NFL Draft. With a history of trading away draft picks, the Cowboys have managed to secure 7 selections this time around, and the strategy is clear: bolster the defense. Out of those picks, 6 are slated for the first 4 rounds, signaling a commitment to strengthening a unit that needs to step up. But what does this mean for the team moving forward? Let's break it down. While the Cowboys did express an interest in addressing the tight end position, their priorities shifted dramatically on day 2 of the draft. Instead of potentially reaching for a tight end too early, they wisely focused on more pressing needs. This decision not only reflects strategic thinking, but also highlights the team's recognition of their current roster dynamics. The Cowboys emerged from the draft with 2 high-ceiling tight end prospects, both signed as undrafted free agents, thereby avoiding the financial commitments tied to rookie contracts. Trigg, one of the undrafted gems, was highly regarded on many best available lists by the end of day 3. His impressive stats, one of only 6 tight ends in the FBS to surpass 50 receptions, speak volumes about his potential productivity. However, it's concerning that maturity and accountability issues kept him off the official draft boards. This brings up an important question: can the Cowboys coaching staff harness his talent and instill the discipline he needs to succeed at the next level? Meanwhile, Rodgers presents a different challenge. He possesses strong physical traits that make him a coveted prospect, but he's raw and will require significant development before he can contribute as a weapon on the field. The $200,000 in guaranteed money for both tight ends, according to ESPN, indicates the Cowboys are willing to invest in their growth, but it's a calculated risk that we'll need to monitor closely. Hudson, another name to watch, has shown consistent performance during his tenure at SMU, averaging around 6 touchdowns per year. However, the transition to the NFL can be a steep one, and much of his success will hinge on the coaching staff and the system he's placed in. Being surrounded by talents like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens could serve as a significant boost for him, offering a learning environment among established playmakers. As we wrap this up, it's clear that the Dallas Cowboys are making moves to solidify their future, particularly on defense, while also making shrewd decisions in the undrafted market. The potential of these new faces, especially at tight end, adds an intriguing layer to the Cowboys' offensive strategy. What does this mean for the season ahead? Can these young players rise to the occasion and help elevate the team? Now, as we conclude this detailed breakdown, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts on the Cowboys' latest draft moves? Are you optimistic about the future prospects of Trigg and Rodgers? Comment below, and let's get the discussion going. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates and analyses on the Dallas Cowboys. Our journey together continues, and it's only getting more exciting from here.